What else? So I've been taking care of Stormy. I feed her dinner at night at around 5. And I give her little medication, which I have to crush up and put in salmon. Let her eat that. And then I give her wet food. And I set a timer for her dry food so she can eat at 5 a.m. And then I went over this morning too to see her. And it's so funny because when Andy was giving me the lowdown when I went to his house for the first time about like, here's how to take care of her, because she's quite old as well. She looks like because she's a black cat, and she looks like, you know, in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the old television show, where they had like, they'd have Salem the cat, I think, as a real cat, and then they'd have him as like the puppet cat. And she looks kind of like the puppet version of Salem because she's just like kind of old and scrungly, but she's really cute. So Andy was like, he was like, oh, you know, she can be quite affectionate, but she only likes to be scratched on her head. And he's like, she'll let you scratch her for a little while, and then she'll get up and she'll move, and you have to follow her and then go sit there and then scratch her some more. However, since I have long nails, I was scratching her on the head, and she just wouldn't move, and she would just move her head around a little bit so I could get to different spots on her head. And then she did not get up and move from each spot, so I didn't have to follow her around. I think she was so happy with like being scratched with nails. And she was making her little biscuits on the floor and laying down, and her little motor was running. And then if I would get up to like refill her water or check the litter box or something, and she would follow me, and then she would lay down in front of me so that I would scratch her more. So I think Andy needs to get his nails done. Because with me, she was just staying in one spot because she's like, hey, this is fucking nice. And then, go meow. Bjorn, thank you for the bits. That's how it was when I visited Andy's house. And she's got like a crispy meow. Like she can't meow really good, so it just kind of sounds like she's breathing outwards. And she goes, eh, eh. That's what she sounds like. And also she ate her wet food dinner. And then she was like walking away, still like licking her mouth and chewing a bit. And it literally sounded like the Minecraft chewing noises. It was so funny. Serene Sunflower, thank you for the 33 months. She's a scrungly old lady. She's very nice. And then she'll eat a little bit and then walk away from it, and then she'll go back to it later and stuff. And so she was eating again, so I sat back on the couch while she went back for her food a second time. And then she was like scratching her scratch pole that's behind the couch. So I looked over at her over the back of the couch, and she saw me and her eyes got real big, and she did some loud meows, and she was like, meow, meow. And I didn't think she could be that loud because I've only ever heard her doing the like breathing ones. So I gotta ask Andy about that, because she was like, oh, you're still here? So then she came over, I had to scratch her more, because I think she was like, oh shit, the lady with nails is still here. And then I was only there in the afternoon for about like 20 minutes, but I think when I went earlier, or I was only in the evening, I only went over for about like 20-30 minutes, but when I was there earlier this morning, I think I was there probably like 40 minutes or so. And then, so this evening when I was leaving, oh my gosh, I felt so bad, because I was like scratching her, and I was like, I have to go, because I had to come back so I could get ready for my stream. And she was like still following me around, and I was like, don't do this to me because I'll feel really bad. And also, I made myself sad on accident, because I was petting her and I was like, oh, what if I pet her like how the mummies like lick their baby's head? So I was like using my finger, and then I was like, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make myself cry again. I was like, I wonder if she remembers her when her mummy would lick her head. Oh, and then I was crying and I was like, I'm so stupid. Which, oh, she's a little animal. I know, I'm such a weirdo. I was like, oh, I wonder if she remembers when her mummy would clean her. Oh no. Oh no, I made it worse. Okay, let's open magic cards, because otherwise I'm fucking crying. It's so dumb. Oh. I love animals. Your cats have each other so they're not lonely when you leave. I think she's like... She's like got her own thing figured out, you know? Where she's like happy enough, I think, to just chill out. Because most of the time I'll be there for a little bit. And then she's got like a space behind the couch that she likes to hang out with. Or hang out in. So I think she's pretty content to kind of be on her own. But also, Andy needs a new fucking vacuum. Because he's got one of those round robot vacuums. And I'm like scratching her. And the vacuum was coming up to us. And I was like, certainly it will stop. And it was like sucking her feet up. Also, I have to tell him, when I went over in the evening, he'd left his phone charger cable on the floor. And the vacuum fucking sucked it up. And the vacuum was on an angle with the phone cord sucked up inside of it, tangled inside. And it was like not working anymore. So I had to pull the phone cord out of it and put it back on the charger. Luckily, it did turn back on and she talked in Japanese or whatever. But, oh my goodness, she was a very rude vacuum.